Now, I'm not sure of the rules and regulations of the Hair and Beauty Awards in the UK, but I'd imagine they don't really want people who are supposed to be up there presenting, you know, giving the awards, to go on a tangent about how her and the other man on stage would be perfect together. But if there's one thing about Katie Price, it's that she's always going to say what's on her mind. Let's watch this video that I've just come across just today of Katie Price on stage at the Hair and Beauty Awards in the UK.
Before I start, I've got to say something. This has nothing to do with the awards, and if any of you know me, I say what I think, so I'm so sorry. So, I was on this morning, the other day, with Ben Shepherd. Are you not good friends with him? You are, aren't you?
I like Ben, yeah.
And do you know what he said to
what's
me?
he done?
Do you want to know what he said to me?
Don't look at me, I didn't say it.
He said to me, do you know what? All the men you've been with, do you know who you would suit, who I'd put you with? And it was actually you.
Me? No, he didn't.
Are you blowing me out? Is that a yes or a no? I'm putting you on the spot.
There you are. Sorry, I'm just recent. No,
Am I your type or not?
You're a beautiful lady, Katie. Get along with the awards.
I hate it! Before I start, I've got to...
Okay, so there's multiple things wrong with that. First of all, it's the Hair and Beauty Awards. You're supposed to be there to present, not provide or, you know, try to provide any services. Secondly, and most importantly, they're both married. Katie Price, as we know, is married to Lee Andrews, supposedly. And this man, Jake Quickenden, is also married. Now, I don't know about you, but if my husband was on stage with Katie Price and she was flirting with him like that, I'm going to say it's flirting, yeah. Because that to me is flirtatious behaviour. It's kind of flirtatious banter, shall we call it. Flirtatious talking. She's clearly trying to say he's an attractive man, and in my opinion, subtly by, you know, doing it through flirtatious talk, but also I feel like she is being genuine when she's asking, you know, am I your type? She's said this for a reason. It's been on her mind, obviously. So if you don't know about the Hair and Beauty Awards, they are based, it's like an event obviously that's based in Manchester in the UK. It happens yearly, and I'm sure it's the same time every year around August. And a big part of me is thinking this is another marketing tactic. I'm sorry, I know I'm obsessed with marketing tactics and strategies at the moment, but I just think they know Katie Price is all over the news at the moment. She's everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, The Sun, Mirror, Daily Star, she's everywhere. So thinking from a business point of view, I would say that is probably a very smart thing to do. You know people are going to be talking about Katie, so why not use her to your advantage if you are a business? I often feel like a lot of businesses are somewhat morally bankrupt anyway, so I don't feel like it's going to affect them too much. I feel like they'd see it as, okay, it's going to get people talking and it's not going to hurt us too much. Of course, if you're doing something charity related, they're not going to go for Katie. No one's going to choose Katie, especially Peter. Or something for a good cause, I don't feel like she probably would be asked to do it. But for something that, in my opinion, they probably want to get more people talking about, it is one of the smarter moves. The UK Hair and Beauty Awards is quite a big thing anyway, but I'd imagine there isn't that many people internationally that know about it, just because of the fact that it is in the UK and I think it's only open to like UK residents. But I just find it very strange, like why would you do that? Why embarrass the man on stage like that? Because you could see in his response, he just looked so uncomfortable. But going back to the marketing tactic, I don't know if that was just an act on Jake's part. Maybe he was appearing to be a bit taken aback, but in reality he knew exactly what was going to go on. I'm sure he is the one that presents it all, so surely he'd know what's going to happen. Then again, as we do know, Katie is quite comfortable with just saying whatever comes to her mind in any given moment. So just for a bit of context, Jake Quickenden is an English singer, TV personality and stage actor. He first gained fame competing on The X Factor in 2012 and 2014. He was a runner-up on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2014 and won Dancing on Ice in 2018. He's performed in various musical theatre productions, including playing Berger in Hair and starring in Footloose. He appeared as a guest actor playing Builder Woody on the Channel 4 soap opera Hollyoaks in 2019. Maybe that's where I recognise him from. Please don't research Hollyoaks because it is offensive. Not in the way you think either. I just think it's very, very dramatic and there's so many like different camera angles and effects over it and it's just very, very dramatic to the point where it's painful to watch now. But yeah, he were on that in 2019, so maybe I recognise him from then because I used to watch it. I do not now. Okay? I don't know. He is also a mental health campaigner and grief ambassador, which we need to give him credit for because those two things are amazing. I mean, all of it is, but especially being a mental health campaigner and grief ambassador, I think that is really important. And we need more people like that, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, getting back to Katie anyway, I think this is just very, very strange behaviour for her. To say that her husband has been arrested for a second time in Dubai, as far as we know, he's still in Awir prison, or Lahab. He likes to float between the two. But as far as we know, he is still there. Kate is in the UK. She's just been in Ibiza for Harvey's 24th birthday, and let me tell you, honey, she was having a time over there with Wayne Lineker. If you don't know who he is, by some chance, he is not the best person. You might see many describe him as a walking STD, and in my opinion, that's probably a title that he has earned. So, been to Ibiza, come back to the UK, she's now doing the Hair and Beauty Awards UK, presenting to some degree. But all whilst this is happening, her current husband, Lee Andrews, is in prison in Dubai. So your husband's in Dubai, in prison, and you're in Ibiza with your leg up over Wayne Lineker. I mean, whatever you want to do, girl, but where are your morals? Sorry, I feel really tight saying that. Go off, go, you know, do what you like, queen. But me personally, I just think it's really tacky. If you're, you know, married, why you stood that close to another man, first of all? No, that is very 1800s of me. But you know what I'm trying to say, don't you? Like, why you touchy-feely? Let's look at a couple of videos from their little Ibiza trip anyway. For this first one, and probably the other ones as well, because there's a lot of music, I am going to have to mute it just because of copyright reasons, but you don't need to hear the music. For this first one, it's a scene from White Chicks where one of the twins is laid down and like the sun goes because Terry Crews is like leaning over her. So just with that in mind, let's watch it. I feel it's one of those things that if you don't kind of like find the humour in it, you might chunder. Wayne is just one of those people that makes me feel sick. And again, Katie, you're married, hun. Does that mean absolutely nothing? Married. Your husband's in prison and you're literally partying in Ibiza. Make it make sense, please. What do you mean? What do you mean? Unsettling at the very least. This is also the photo that I was talking about where, you know, she's got a leg up over him practically. I think it's very tacky. I think it's really, 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 really tacky. It makes you look easy. It makes you look like you've got no morals, no respect for your husband. Not that you should because he's an arsehole anyway. But that aside, let's say he was the best man in the world, she would still be doing this. These photos still would have been taken because she doesn't have that understanding that that's not something you should do. And whether it's her trying to be promiscuous or whatever on purpose, or if it's her with a developmental and mental challenges, I don't know which one it is, but regardless, you should not be doing this. She knows she shouldn't be doing this. It's so disrespectful and so tacky, and just, it makes you look a Jezebel, honey. You look a Jezebel. Sorry, I know, I don't know why I keep falling back into 1800s, but Jezebel is the only word I can really think of that appropriately describes what I am seeing. Jezebel and gigolo, in my opinion. And then you see lovely videos like this one here.
Oh, you're beating me, Harv. Oh my God. Good swimming.
Look at me, everyone.
We
Nanny and
are
Grandad.
looking. Whoa, and then we'll swim back.
Nearly there.
We are.
That's it.
Hooray.
Oh boy.
And go back.
Yeah.
And
It's
go.
recording clearer.
Oh my God, you're beating me. Look how fast you are. Good man. Keep going. Good man, keep going. Harvey's winning. Oh my God. Well done. Woo! Well done, Harv. That is brilliant.
And you know what, I love seeing videos like that because it's just another gentle reminder that she isn't all bad. She isn't doing everything in her life just for publicity, just to get the attention and the eyes on her. She genuinely is a good mother to Harvey. We can't take that away from her. I feel we should give her that. She is switched on when it comes to Harvey. And I like how she's now calling him good man instead of good boy. It's just kind of like that acknowledgement that he is a man and he's not a little boy. But part of me thinks, is she calling him good man instead of good boy because of all the backlash she'd probably get just from calling him that? Where Harvey's concerned, people need to give her a break. But just moving back to creepy Wayne Lineker, in my opinion, just for a sec. He posted this to his Instagram and the song that he's put over it is Phil Collins' Two Hearts. And it says, a special message to Katie Price. We've certainly had our moments over the years. You more than anyone knows that. We've faced obstacles, made mistakes and sometimes been our own worst enemies. But through it all, there's one thing I believe we've always shared. Our two hearts and our genuine love of helping other people. Yesterday I saw with my own eyes just how much you adore your special boy and how much Harvey adores you in return. People don't always get to see the mum behind the public face. I watched you constantly patting the sweat from your boy's head, making sure he was comfortable and even making sure our chef cooked his favourite carbonara, despite it not being on the menu. I'd expect that. Sorry, maybe that's just me. Those little moments say more than any headline ever could. And then there's the crowd chanting his name. Harvey! Harvey! See yesterday's video. Of course, you had to add that in there. Boost your engagement whilst you're doing this heartfelt post. It was honestly one of the most special things I've ever witnessed. The love in that room was incredible. It's at times like these that I feel incredibly proud of what I've built and achieved, because creating moments like that means more than anything else. These are the moments that show you what really matters. Behind everything else, there are real people, real hearts, and real love. Hashtag two hearts. Hashtag be kind. No, I'm not gonna be kind. I'm sorry, Wayne. You're weird. I don't know why he's trying to make out like they're married now and like he's, Harvey's dad or something. It's nice of him to, show that interest or whatever. But he's just a man. He's just a man to Harvey. He's just his mum's friend or whatever. Boy, what are your intentions with that post? What, you think she's gonna quickly divorce Lee and marry you? Oh no, because you like him young, don't you, Wayne? He once posted a detailed specification, list of things that his future girlfriend should have on the internet. Things like being younger, having no baggage, meaning children, and be willing to basically live between Ibiza and Dubai. Now, honey, you're not the prize. What is it with these people thinking they are the prize? First we had Michaela thinking she's the prize in the divorce and, Zach was the real winner here. And now we've got Wayne Lineker who somehow feels he is God's gift and that he can actually post a list of specifications for his future girlfriend. I hope he's single for the rest of his life after that. You're not... Yes, have your preferences, but don't approach it like that. It is so weird. I'd be embarrassed to be with someone like that, if I'm honest. Not that I'm a prize either, but I just think... Give it a rest, Wayne. Just a little Google search has told me also that he drew widespread criticism for a promotional video where he stood by a pool and physically pushed rejected female club staff or dancers backwards into the water before choosing a date. So you've got a line of women stood there and you're pushing each one into the pool backwards until you're left with one, and that's the one you want to go on a date with. That... Are we on Earth right now? Are we, again, like he's the prize? Pushing the women that you're rejecting like they were probably interested anyway, backwards into the pool as a way to say, no, you're out. Is that not... Am I missing something? Is that okay? Is that okay with everyone? Because I feel like more of a scene should have been made. Weird. Bad. I don't even understand how you could be friends with someone like that. Never mind attracted to them or want to be with them. Sorry. For those that may be curious on his list of specifications, let's watch the video, shall we?
What was your criteria for a woman?
It was long, because my children were like, Dad, you need to get a girlfriend, you just can't be a woman. I'll advertise for one.
That's a great idea.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I said, you know, you must be prepared to go to the front of the queue in a nightclub and accept free drinks from the owners, and you must be prepared to fly in first class and all that sort of stuff. To go viral, you need to have a debate going on.
Yeah, you need to wind some people up.
Yeah, for a woman to date me is a big ask. I'm surrounded by 1,000 girls every day.
Well, you're the most photographed man in the world.
Yeah, I had to edit it to say, just to let you know that this
is a joke.
Pure tongue-in-cheek banter. I was on Loose Women the next day. They were talking.
That's not the show you want to go on after something like that. The Viper's Nest of Loose Women.
They were all discussing it. People were blogging about it in Australia, and it was just mad.
You remind me of a more modern-day Hugh Hefner slightly, Wayne. Is that a fair comparison, do we think?
I guess I have been compared many times to him.
What was your criteria for a woman?
Yeah, I bet you have. So that was just a video of him basically saying that the list of specifications that he gave for, you know, his potential future girlfriend was basically just tongue-in-cheek, very, you know, just humour. Just humour. Just a joke. But I don't know if you noticed then, through that video towards the beginning, there was a list of what it said. So let me just read that out for you. Let me read you his specifications. You must like older men, but only me. You have to be above 30, but not my age, as that would just look weird. Be prepared to give up your career or job. No baggage, as mine are all grown up. No chick flicks, watch them with your mates. You will need a driving licence. You must love the gym and have body definition. When do you, at your ripe old age? Accept I have to reply to girls' DMs. Oh yeah, naturally. You have to, otherwise you'll die. Yeah. And your geography needs to be on point. Well, it looks like I'm out. What a shame. Honestly, this man is so full of himself, and I don't know what Katie is doing being friends with him, let alone having Harvey's 24th birthday at his nightclub, whatever it is, or beach, Ibiza, I don't know what it is. I find it unsettling. I feel like, Katie, do something with Harvey. Just you and him, do something, just family. Give him the love and attention and care that you have been giving him, that we know you're good at giving him, and that he needs. Never mind spending your time with Wayne Lineker whilst your husband is locked up in Dubai. No. It's not okay. Stop that. Stop it. Anyway, that's all for today's video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if this channel is your vibe. Love you. Bye.